Hey friends, Neil here from Post to Post. Hope you guys are having a great day. In today's video, I thought we'd take a little bit of switch from the NHL over to the NFL to talk some football, American football, and look at some concepts, some helmet concepts actually. These designs were done by TechMat, and I've not seen them before. So you and I can react to these football designs together and give our opinions. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump right in and let's see what TechMat has for us as 32. So let's bring up the first one. Oh, there we go. So Arizona Cardinals. And I did forget to mention the actual series here, and it's Blackout. So Blackout series is the name, or Blackout Helmets is the name of his designs here. So there should be a black theme, I'm thinking, through the entire thing. So the Arizona Cardinals is the first one. Pretty simple here. I mean, not really much to say. It's a pretty generic looking helmet. So you've got the logo kind of two-tone on there. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's very Blackout for sure. Let's move on to the next one. Atlanta Falcons. Okay, so we got a little bit of design language that's pulled from that logo to put on the top of the helmet. I do like that. If we're going to do helmets, I want to see a little bit of life into them. And I know traditionally there are NFL helmets that are pretty basic. You don't see a lot going on. Same as the NHL, actually. There's not really any craziness that happens on player helmets. Goalie helmets, that's a different thing. Okay, goalie helmets is a different thing. So I like a little bit of spice on the helmets, and this helmet does have a little bit of that spice on the top. Next, the Baltimore Ravens. So I guess this would be more of a basic design. And you can kind of see there is a stripe that's coming back here, but a very generic one. Now, the good thing in the Baltimore Ravens, from the Baltimore Ravens standpoint, is that they have beautiful colors. So that purple on there, it's almost as dark as you want it with the black. Like if it was a bright pink or a bright purple, it might look a little bit awkward, but a Blackout series, like that specific shade of purple, really kind of blends in nicely with the black in the background. Moving on to Buffalo Bills. Okay, so there is a bit of scenery in the background. It might be a little bit hard for you to see. It might even just look like texture or maybe like a smudge on a screen, but you can see some snow, hills, or mountains, or I have to zoom actually on my screen. Yeah, some mountains or some hills in the background, or maybe those are all just buffalo. It looks, actually, yeah, I think those are just buffalo. When I was zoomed out, it looked like mountains and like snow-top mountains or something in the background. But I think it's just images of buffaloes that have been inversed in Photoshop or something just to make it stand out in black. But I mean, it looks good. I like the spice. Okay, moving on to the Carolina Panthers, and you have some of that spice right in here as well. You've got that kind of like slash or claw right through the helmet. That's nice. And back here by the ear as well. And that specific shade of blue and black, very complimentary. This is a nice one. Chicago Bears. There you have it. You've got the bear in the background there. Just very subtle. That's exactly what this helmet should be. Let the orange breathe and speak for itself, but have that little secondary imagery, or I guess not little, that big secondary imagery in the background, but it contribute little to the helmet in terms of first look. Like you want the details, that secondary details to live there, but not be distracting. That's exactly what this is. Next, the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay, so that's an interesting logo on there. And look at the front, the chin here, and you can barely see it, but the stripe back there has the same pattern as that kind of chin guard there. So that's cool. I do like that. I'm not sure about the logo, though. Okay, the Cleveland Browns. Don't like that guy at all. Very creepy guy. And I think having the uniform, or his uniform, whatever, be orange, but have his like skin tone be dark, it doesn't really work. I don't know if his shirt should be orange or the shoes. The rest of his body gets lost a little bit. It almost looks like a ghost. So I don't know if I love that. Dallas Cowboys. Okay, pretty good. You got the state outline in the background there. Those graphics might be a little bit conflicting, but it's still a nice helmet for sure. Next, the Denver Broncos. Look what we have here. We have an entire, what looks to be mountain range. I'm going to have to zoom in a little bit. Colored to match it's got like a sepia kind of tone onto it to match the orange of the logo. It looks okay. If you look at it from a distance, it almost looks a little bit like a gold chunk or something, which I guess there's a lot of gold in Colorado, so that's probably not intentional, but anyways, let's move on. Detroit Lions. Wow. You've got an entire city skyline on there, and I'm all for it. Again, like it matches the Blackout, the dark, deep tones, I guess you could say. So I do like this. And it's a representative of the city as well. So yeah, like that one. Green Bay Packers. That is an interesting building in the background. Is that just the corner of their stadium? Now that I zoom in, I'm not familiar with what their stadium looks like. But anyways, I do like that little bit of imagery in the background. Let's move on. Houston Texans. Okay, this one's a little bit, maybe like the logo size is great, but there's not really much else going on, so maybe a little bit boring, but still good. And okay, the Colts, Indianapolis Colts. But yeah, maybe more on the boring side. I want to see something else maybe in here, maybe a little bit of dirt or something, a little bit of grunginess. Moving on to the Jaguars. You can kind of see that pattern right here again, kind of like the Bengals. I do like that. I think that's pretty cool. And that green is or teal is very complementary to the black. Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, I can see like that. I can see the wolf in the back there. That's a light bit of a lighter gray, which is good. I like that. But not sure. Los Angeles Chargers. This is cool. I like this a lot. You get the lightning in there. That is amazing. Complements nicely with the black. Stands out in a good way. And you've got that logo in there too. It's good. Maybe the best so far. Next, the Rams. Okay, so we've seen this on helmets before from them, but this really works well on the black, I feel, and I think it would complement. Like I'm thinking about the rest of the uniform, I think it would complement quite well. So I actually quite like this one a lot, actually. Okay, next the Raiders. It's very Raiders. I mean, all Raiders helmets are probably Blackout series helmets. So what can you say? I guess. Next, the Miami Dolphins. Wow. We've got what looks to be, is that an ocean? Top of an ocean or water in the background? So that looks pretty good. I like the gray. Complements nicely with the teal as well, so that's pretty good. Whoa, the Minnesota Vikings. You've got the horn in there, and you've also got a lot of snow. That is quite busy, but interesting. I thought it was stars at first, but yeah, I mean, those snowflakes look pretty good. Maybe a little bit gimmicky, but it's pretty good. New England Patriots. Yeah, I mean, just saw the American flag there. Again, hard to see. That stripe starts as the American flag and kind of goes back. That's pretty cool. Maybe you would want to see that replicated some other spots of the helmet, but maybe it wouldn't be too dark out then. But yeah, anyways. New Orleans Saints. You've got the pattern in there, which I've seen before. That's kind of neat. And the fleur de lis as well, or their logo, I guess. So, yeah, not bad. The Giants. You can see the Statue of Liberty up top. It's almost I don't know. I think it's almost like the blue and red together are conflicting with the black a little bit. Just wondering if any other Giants imagery would look better on here. Next, the Jets. Wow. You've got what looks to be F-35 in the background, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I have to appreciate that. It's got, there's a jet in the background. I have to appreciate it. But it does conflict a little bit with the logo. I might put that jet somewhere else on the helmet. Moving on to the Eagles. I like this quite a bit. You get that green color from the mask, and it just bleeds back into that wing, which is great. I like this quite a bit, actually. Oh, the Steelers. Now, this is cool. Yeah, you get that like metal grate texture on there, which matches perfectly to a Blackout series helmet. You got their colors and logo on there, too. Yeah, I like this one quite a bit. This one may be my favorite so far. Next, the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, we've got the Space Needle in there, I think. You got some rain. It rains a lot in Seattle. Beautiful colors. This one's pretty good. One of the better ones. San Francisco 49ers, California State outline. You got the logo in there. It's pretty good. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Great colors. Interesting strap color for sure. Amazing logo. Beautiful branding from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's not going to be my favorite helmet, but I do like it. Tennessee Titans. Very good color combination from the Tennessee Titans here. That looks beautiful on the helmet. That imagery is great. Right on the black. Very nice. Next, the Washington Commanders. Pretty generic for me. I'm still not used to that brand. I don't really like it that much. I know my favorite, but I want to give a quick shout out to the Chargers one. I thought that one was pretty good. The Lions one was pretty good too with the cityscape. But my favorite's going to be the Steelers. I really like that metal grate texture on there. I think that's pretty cool, and it matches perfectly to a Blackout series. So there you have it. Just a quick video for you of some designs from a different sport other than hockey. Usually we talk hockey on the channel, but today it's football, and we got some awesome designs from TechMat. So TechMat, thanks so much for submitting a full set. That was really fun to go through. I really appreciate that. It's fun looking at other sports. I love hockey. Don't get me wrong. Look at the background. Look what I'm wearing. Hockey is life, but other sports are fun as well. So it was pretty cool to look at some football stuff. If you want to submit designs, it doesn't have to be for hockey. Like this video could be NFL, could be MLB, could be NBA, could be SHL, Swedish Hockey League, over in Sweden. Could be the SM Liga, okay, over in Finland. Doesn't matter what sport, doesn't matter what league. Feel free to submit some concepts to the channel. Details on how to do that are down below in the description. However, the specific template that you saw in this video was from sportstemplates.net. So if you really like the helmet template that you saw in the video, you can definitely get it there and save yourself 10% because I am affiliated with sportstemplates.net. Use the code POST2POST, get yourself 10% off of the NFL helmet and any other template on the site. It could be football, soccer, baseball, hockey, basketball. There are 70 plus templates on the site, including free ones, but my code works for all of the non-free ones, 10% off of any template. So feel free to put your creativity down to paper or pen or digital or whatever and send it in. Like I said, details on how to do that are down below in the description. Hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you very soon on the channel. More sports talk coming up, more concepts, more design, more good stuff that I'm hoping you're gonna like. So we'll talk to you then. Adios.